Hello, and welcome to the Iron Spoon Kitchen, where today I find the iron spoon in a bunch of grated Parmesan cheese, which could only mean one thing, that we're getting ready for National Spaghetti Day on January 4th. Did you even know there was such a thing? Well, there is. And maybe you'll be wanting to eat spaghetti like these boys are. Take a look at this picture. I think they're really enjoying themselves. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be making spaghetti and meatballs. And I'm going to set this to the side for right now, and we're going to get right to it. And one of the things we're going to do for spaghetti, well, you may want to know, since this is a historical cooking show, and I'm going over 250 years of American cookbooks, is that spaghetti, you may want to know what spag means. You probably have been wondering. And it means cord or string. And spaghetti means little string. And that's where that comes from. Very fitting name, don't you think? So let's go ahead and get started with this. And the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to be making a panade. And a panade is a French term, and it's simply making a paste that will go into the meat. And this is 22 saltine crackers. And I'm going to get that mashed up really good. You can use a rolling pin, which I probably will be getting out shortly. Okay, come back in just a second and I'll have this all crushed. I used the trusty rolling pin to get all my crackers crushed, and I'm going to mix that into this bowl right here. And that was 22 saltines, and this keeps, you've heard of putting bread in when you're making meatloaf, things like that, and other types of dishes. But making this panade is a little bit better than just adding it dry to the meat. We're going to make a little bit of paste here, and this is 1 cup of milk. And let's get the old iron spoon in action. And I'm just going to mix this up. Come up a little bit closer so you can see. Here's the panade. And I'm just making a paste, and I let it soak a little bit. The crackers soak in there. So I mix it together, just let it sit for a bit, and now we're going to have this nice paste to mix with the meat. And it'll help to keep the meat tender. And it won't get too lumpy or anything like that. We have 2 pounds of 85% ground meat, and to that I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, a half teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. And to that I'm going to add our panade. Let's get all that in there. And we're just going to mix this with our hands with the Mixerator 10,000. We just need to mix it enough so it's all together. We'll be right back as soon as I get this all done. Now I'm going to add 2 ounces of fresh grated Parmesan, which is about 2 cups, and make sure that you use fresh grated. It makes a difference. This is nice and fluffy. So we're going to mix all that together. And this really doesn't take a whole lot of time to get ready for, which is good because I've got some friends coming over for lunch today, and I've got about an hour before they get here. So let me get this all mixed up together, and we'll start making the meatballs. Now I'm going to make the meatballs. I'm going to make them about, probably would be about a quarter, about the size of a golf ball. That's about right. You can make them a little bit bigger. Let's see, I've got, come here. Yeah, this is a third of a cup, and it's much bigger than that. So I think that's a good size for that. I've got olive oil in my, well, let's just pour the olive oil into this. Now we'll see. Yeah, about a quarter cup full for that. So we can just kind of do it like this. Get a quarter cup. That's kind of big though. Maybe a little bit smaller. Okay, I think you get the idea on this. So I'm going to do this, and it should make about 24, and we will be ready, and you and I both will be ready for National Spaghetti Day on January 4th. In fact, while I'm doing this, you might want to take a look at this old ad I have here. This is a picture from 1931 for tomato sauce and making spaghetti. And spaghetti really wasn't common until about the 1920s is when you start seeing it show up in recipe books. And that was due to the influx of Italian immigrants in the late 1800s and early 1900s. And you started to see spaghetti, little strings on menus. Okay, I'm going to finish this up, and we'll have at least 24 meatballs when you come back. I've got the 24 meatballs ready, plus about 6 more, so I ended up with 30. So I guess I could have made it a little bit bigger meatballs, but 30, hey, that'll be great. I got my 30 closest friends coming over. So come over and take a little closer look at these. Hey, you can see they're probably about this little bit bigger than a golf ball, and it's a good size. I think that if I had made it with 24, they would have been obviously much bigger, but I think this is a good size. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 10 cloves of garlic, and I'm going to mash them. I am not going to cut them up because I want to keep the most flavor in there as possible. So I'm simply just going to do this. Just mash it like that, and then I'm going to saute it in the pot. It's as simple as this. I'll finish this up, and I'll see you over at the pot to get this cooked. Here's a quarter cup of olive oil, and definitely make sure you use olive oil. Let's get the heat going. And I'm going to roast these in there until they're golden brown on all sides. Let me spread them out a little bit. As I was saying, just smashing them keeps the flavor in. You get more garlic flavor that way. I'm going to keep an eye on this, and I'll be back when they're done. You can see they're starting to get a little brown. I'm just keeping an eye on them. Don't walk away at this point because they will for sure burn if you don't keep an eye on it. That looks pretty good golden brown, so I think that I'm ready to add the sauce. Now, here comes the hard part. We have two 28-ounce cans. Whoa! Two 28-ounce cans of crushed tomatoes. Let's see. Oh, fire roasted diced tomatoes. So let's get this mixed together. And we're going to get this to a simmer. I'm going to turn the heat back on. And once we get it to a simmer, then I'm going to add the meatballs. I'm going to place them in there, and then we're going to cook it in a 400-degree oven for about 40 minutes. I'll be back when we're ready for that. Looks like we're simmering now. So let's give it a stir. And that garlic will fall apart once it's in the oven. Ooh, that has a good aroma. Now I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat off. See how I can get these meatballs in here. Got 30 I need to get in there. I know 24 will fit. It's the same amount of meat, 2 pounds. They are all nestled in there. And so I'm going to cover this and put it in the oven, 400 degrees, for 40 minutes. And here you can see I've got the oven rack at the second from the bottom height. So that's what I would recommend that you use. Okay, see you in 40 minutes. I'm going to add the spaghetti and give that about 8 minutes, and we are getting close to eating. The meatballs are done. I'll give them a little stir. If I will quit touching this pot, that's one thing you need to be aware of. This pot is very hot. I've learned that a couple times. This is some chopped basil that I'm adding to it. Fresh chopped basil, give it a little green. I'll mix that up. And shortly I'll be making the spaghetti. It is warming up. And we'll be eating. Well, it looks like we are ready to eat. And I've got the spaghetti made. I'm going to take a little bit of this sauce here and put it in here so that the pasta doesn't all stick together. Probably need a bigger spoon. There we go. Now I'm going to mix that together so it doesn't all stick together. It doesn't take a lot. Excellent. Okay, on to serving. Success! Spaghetti and meatballs. So let's take a taste of it right away. Ooh, nice and hot. I'll just take a little sample right now. Let's try this meatball. That is good, and it's not too spicy. It's just right. And this recipe doesn't have any onion in it, so if people don't want onion, then this is a recipe for you. Also, there's got to be at least 1,000 different ways to make spaghetti and meatballs, and this is just one of them. So give it a whirl. I think you might like it. Let's see how that's turned out. Perfecto. Well, I hope you learned a little bit about spaghetti today and that you're going to be ready for the National Spaghetti Day on January 4th. You've got the recipe. There's no reason for you not to go ahead and make it. It's not too hard, and I think you'll enjoy it. Well, thanks for joining me for another episode of the Iron Spoon Kitchen. And there are my visitors, perfect timing.